Hello, and a very wet but happy bank holiday Monday. You might be asking yourself, why on earth is James sat outside in the rain on a day of rest? Well, I promised you on Good Friday that, like Jesus Christ, on Easter Sunday, I would be launching the new brand. But like all best laid plans, I needed an extra day. But I'm here, true to my word, that I'm about to present to you the relaunch. As determined as the rain not to stop, as am I to explain to you why it's been really important for me to relook at the brand that I was creating and to relaunch it, reflecting the realities of me today and what I hope to do beyond that. 3 months ago, a 4-day weekend to me would have meant disconnecting from work, definitely not shooting any video content, and spending time with family, with friends, or if no one else, at least with my 2 dogs. But much like the last 12 months, the last few months I couldn't have predicted. So far in this series, I've been very focused on my own experiences, and I really wanted to make sure that I'm channeling my energy into something which creates positive change, not just for me, but for HIV positive patients more broadly. So forgive me if I'm going to use myself as an example for the last time, just to explain why this change is needed. I've found myself increasingly unable to switch off. I've been haunted by thoughts that if I didn't deliver 110% of my job, I was going to lose my job. That if I didn't work day and night in order to earn enough money, I was going to become homeless. And obsessively having to be compelled to be active in order for terrible things not to happen to my pugs, to myself, to my family and friends. It is with great relief, although I don't look very relieved, to have finally got another diagnosis. As a result of what happened to me more than a year ago, I've sought out a lot of different medical help, and it's been identified that I'm suffering with PTSD, which manifests in OCD behaviours. So irrational as it may sound to fear that your pugs are going to die unless I shoot a video, that has been the reality of what I've been trying to get through these past few months. And as you can imagine, that puts a strain on relationships at work. It puts a strain on my family and my friends. It explains why maybe my behaviour has seemed odd and difficult, even for those closest to me. But rather than sit here and dwell in another diagnosis, I'm determined that because this was a result of my HIV diagnosis, I'm creating visibility, I'm telling other people's stories about the challenges, problems and barriers they face in order to create a step change. Whether small or large, I don't know what that is going to look like, but I'm proud to be sat here, be delivering on my promises, knowing my family, my pugs, my friends are well, to launch the new chapter. So whilst you've been sat, probably eating your Easter eggs, enjoying family, I've been driving cross country and coming up with the new brand, Hercules HIV, and the struggle being positive. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about my brand promise, my vision, or give you a lesson in creating new logos. I'll let you do that at your leisure. But suffice to say, this new chapter is not just about a new brand. It's also about the stories we tell and where this brand lives, moving from a YouTube champion through to being spread across different socials. And in a turn of events only Great Britain could provide, no sooner had it started pouring than it's now cleared up. But I've already spent enough time, enough tears, and enough energy on this filming for one weekend. So I'm going to leave you with some thank yous, not to the weather, that's for sure, but to a couple of organisations that have really helped me in my journey and I hope could help other people in the same position. Not for OCD, but firstly for HIV. To the charity Living Well, who I met when I landed 12 months ago, and I was in a complete state of where on earth do I start? I remember thanking them in an earlier video, but really that organisation made sure that I was able to start what has been a really tough journey. Their second is nothing to do with any illness, you'll be pleased to know. But it's Farron and Matt at Copper Pog and the lovely ladies at NPPT. I couldn't take Hercules out of my brand as much as I could take myself out, because both the Pogs and the network who I've met via the Pogs have been a really important part of my journey and continue to do so. And the final thank you is to all of you for listening, for being patient, even when I have not been. I don't know when the next episode is going to be, or who it's going to feature, or what I'm going to cover, or what I'll encounter before then. But what I do know is having your love and support really means the world. So let's get to it. Let's make change happen. Thank you.